Hey guys, this is part 2 of my Heroes Con haul. Went to Heroes Con this past weekend, picked up a lot of good stuff, so let's go ahead and get part 2 started. Picked up some old ACG comics, got Forbidden Worlds, number 141. Forbidden Worlds, number 140. I was very fortunate. I ran up on a guy who had a lot of these issues and he had them really cheap, so picked up as many as I could. This is 139, 137, 136. This one was actually in really good shape considering the age, which if I'm not mistaken, this comic's from 1966. Got number blah, 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 blah. 135. Get it out in a minute. 131. 129. 128. Ended up getting 2 copies. 128. Number 126. Number 115. Number 108. Number 107. Number 106, which I had so many, I bought a lot of books from this vendor. I actually ended up having number 106, but anyway, no big deal. Give me a reading copy. Number 105. Number 104. Number 103. Number 96. Number 92. And number 85. I like these old comics. I can usually find them fairly cheap until you get back to the late 50s, and then the price starts going up pretty good bit. But the stories aren't really all that great. They're in comparison to other comics, the stories are actually kind of pretty bad, but they're just a lot of fun. They're fun comics to read. They're not, other than when ACG got into the superhero craze in the mid 60s. Other than that, for the most part, it's mostly sci-fi, just weird stories, but heck, I enjoy them. Anyway, get these out of the way. Also picked up a few Iron Man. I got number 112, number 87, number 64. This one was in excellent shape, and I was very glad to find that one. It's not a key issue, but it's just a really good looking book. Got number 61, number 36, number 33, number 26. That's a good looking book too, especially for what I paid for it. Excuse me. And number 18. Also picked up a couple of Thor. Found this one in I think it was a 25-cent or a 50-cent bin. Thor Annual number 10 from 1982. Hit up Thor number 197, 191, 179. Number 176. I like that cover. Number 174. I don't know what it's been the last couple years, but Thor comics. I mean, you can find them, but they've just been like really expensive, more expensive than I'm willing to pay. But anyway, found this one in a dollar bin. Giant Size Avengers number 4, which has got the wedding of the Black Knight and Manus and the Vision and the Scarlet Witch. I hadn't seen this book in years, so I was glad to pick it up, especially cheap. Also got Avengers 183, 161, 152, 143, 139, 133. The price tags you see on here, don't really pay any attention to those. There are some that I spent $10 on. I think those are still in the box, but for the most part, all of these that you've seen so far either came out of quarter bins, 25-cent bins, dollar bins, or $2 or $3 bins. Number 131. Number 106. Let's slide that over a little bit. Number 65. And believe it or not, I did find that one in a dollar bin. And number 56. That's always been one of my favorite issues. I had a reprint in like Marvel Triple Action or something like that. Anyway, and I've always wanted it, so I was glad to find it, and it was relatively cheap. Alright. A few more ACG, which I think I picked up a good many of these. That's number 1, Ventures into the Unknown, number 169. 165, 164. That's another double I ended up picking up, but I didn't spend but I think a little over $2 for that issue, so no big deal. 163, 162, 159, 158, 157. Thanks for sticking with me, guys. 156, 155, 126. Happy to get this one. This one's a really good looking issue, and it's from early 60s. Number 125, number 123, 122, and number 82. Been trying to complete the first 100 issues of the Defenders, and was able to find number 9 relatively cheap. I saw a couple other issues that I needed, but they were 20 and 30 bucks, and I just couldn't bring myself to do that. Also trying to complete the Invaders, the Invaders series from the 70s. Found number 3 for $2, which leaves me with 1 issue left, and that's the very first one. So I may just have to bite the bullet when I get that one. This is a book I have been looking for 6 years. I thought I had this whole series, and when I went to verify it, I found out that I was missing number 13 of Freedom Fighters. So I finally found it. It was, the guy had his books marked half off, so I got it for $1.50. Picked this up because it was an anniversary issue. It wasn't on my list, which this year most of what I picked up was on my list. In years past, that hasn't been the case, but this year I kind of made it a point to try to pick up books that were on my list, but this was one of the few that wasn't. Picked up Legion number 300. I wanted this issue because it was #1 anniversary issue, but I've had people tell me it's a really good story. Got number 288, number 281, number 244, and I got a copy of Superboy, number 129, 80-page giant from the mid-60s. Picked up some Daredevil. Got number 144, 143, 141, 139, 133, number 130, like that cover, number 123, 121, 117, number 100. Found that one for $2. Very happy to find that for $2. Right, number 89, number 84, number 63, the Gladiator, like that cover. Number 56, number 55. Pull that one out of a dollar bin, believe it or not. Number 53, number 36, excuse me, number 33, number 28, number 22, that one for $2. Number 19, that's one of the ones I think I paid $7 for, but I made up for it with this one. Paid $3 for this one. Number 18, with the Gladiator. Move those out of the way. Found a copy of Green Lantern that I needed. Found this one in I think it was a $2 bin. Green Lantern number 41. Been trying to complete the Countdown series. I know not a lot of people thought a whole lot of it, but you know, I've read a good many of them, and you know, I think they're kind of fun stories. Plus, you can find them in cheap bins, and you know, they're good entertainment for 25 cents, 50 cents. Also got number 34. I think I need maybe two or three to complete that. Picked up a couple issues, well, more than a couple, of 52. Got all of these out of quarter bins. Got number 52, number 50, number 45, number 44, number 42, number 41. Yeah, the guy had these double bagged. They were actually, it was 25 cents a comic. So if you found one that was double bagged, it was, you know, it was a quarter bin, but if you found one that was double bagged, it was 50 cents. You know, I didn't mind that. Got number 38, 37, 32, 31, number 28. I have always liked this cover. Don't know why, you know, with the Aborigine on the front, and he's holding what appears to be Red Tornado's head. Anyway, can't wait to read that one, find out if that's actually got anything to do with the story. And number 27, Number 26. I just thought that was cool. It's like an old 1950s movie poster. The Beast Who Came to Dinner. Number 25. Number 23. 21. Number 14. Number 13. Number 10. If any of you have this series, I would encourage you to go back and look at the cover dates, because the cover date for number 10 doesn't match the date that it should because of the other ones, the way that they did it. Anyway, I'll, if you're so inclined, let you go and look. And I got number 8. Picked up some Captain America. Got actually this one ended up being a double, but I mean, good Lord, the way Marvel was doing stuff in the late 80s, I mean not late 80s, late 90s, early 2000s, I mean they were switching back and forth between series all the time, and you kind of hard to tell which ones you have and which ones you don't. Now number 48 and number 25. Those are the same series. This one is not. This is one of the other ones. This is number 4. And I got this one because it was in the quarter bin and it was the director's cut for number 25, which I didn't have, so picked that one up. Alright, almost there, guys. Almost there. At number 336, regular series. Number 279. 278. 277. 276. Upgraded a copy I had. I had this one, but I bought it off the stands. The one I've got is one I bought off the stands when it came out, and it's in really rough shape, so I was glad to get that one for, I think I bought it, paid $1.50 for it. At number 191. 178. Slowly but surely getting a cap run from number 100 to number 300. Slowly but surely. Number 138 with Spider-Man in it. 136. Slide that a little bit. Number 126. 123. Picked up a couple Astro City. Got number 37. And number 32. I don't get it. I can't find these issues. I know they didn't sell at cover price, but from what one dealer told me, he said, yeah, they didn't sell at cover price, but when I put them in my dollar bins, he said I couldn't keep them. So, anyway, last book. This one I found, it was right before I was getting ready to leave. I'm glad I went through this guy's booth. You know me in coverless golden age, so picked up a copy of Action Comics number 146 from July 1950. I think I paid it was $4 or $5. Anyway, that is the comic books in my haul. I think I'm going to make a part 3 with the Tales from the Con, just some different stories about things that went on, and to show off my autograph stuff and my prints and other things that I got. Thanks for sticking with me, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. See you pretty soon for part 3.